The air hung heavy with dread. The weight of Kali Yuga pressed down upon Bharat. Hope felt lost, but ancient scriptures whispered of a prophecy, a beacon in the encroaching darkness. The Bhavishya Malika foretold the arrival of a savior. Kalki, the 10th avatar of Vishnu, would descend upon the earth. He would ride a magnificent white horse, a symbol of purity in a world consumed by greed. His arrival would herald the end of Kali Yuga. He would vanquish the forces of evil and usher in a new era of peace and righteousness. Generations had passed since the prophecy was first uttered. Many dismissed it as mere legend, but a faithful few clung to its promise. They believed in the cyclical nature of time. They knew that darkness always precedes the dawn, and they waited with bated breath for the day the white horse would ride again. Gone were the verdant forests, replaced by sprawling concrete jungles. The air, once filled with the melodies of nature, now crackled with the hum of machines. Technology, once a tool for progress, had morphed into a weapon. It enslaved the masses, eroding their traditions and values. This was Kali Yuga, in its full, terrible glory, a time when vice reigned supreme, a time when humanity had strayed far from the path of Dharma. At the heart of this dystopian Bharat stood Kali, the embodiment of the age. He revelled in chaos and destruction. He whispered temptations in the ears of men, leading them astray with promises of power and pleasure. His grip extended to every corner of society, corrupting institutions and poisoning minds. The very soul of Bharat seemed to wither under his oppressive rule. Kali was a being of immense charisma and terrifying power. His eyes, two burning embers, saw through the facades of men, discerning their deepest desires and darkest fears. He wore a suit of sleek black metal, a stark contrast to the flowing robes of the deities of old. It spoke of his embrace of technology, his mastery over the tools of the modern age. In his hand, he held a staff that crackled with dark energy, capable of bending the very fabric of reality to his will. He was no demon of myth, wielding brute force. Kali was subtle, insidious. He understood the human psyche, its vulnerabilities and desires. He offered temptations disguised as progress, enslaving minds with the allure of instant gratification. He twisted traditions, reinterpreting ancient wisdom to serve his own corrupt agenda. His was a reign of manipulation and deceit, a slow poisoning of the soul of Bharat. But even in the darkest of times, hope finds a way. In a remote village untouched by Kali's corruption, a young man emerged. His name was Kalki. He possessed an aura of quiet strength, of unwavering righteousness. His eyes, a deep, soulful brown, reflected the wisdom of ages. He carried himself with the bearing of a warrior, yet his heart overflowed with compassion. He was the chosen one, destined to liberate Bharat from Kali's grasp. Kalki wasn't born wielding divine weapons. He was trained in the ancient ways, schooled in the tenets of Dharma. He learned the power of truth, the importance of duty. He mastered the art of warfare, but only as a last resort, for he understood that true victory lay in conquering the darkness within. He was the embodiment of hope, a beacon of light in the encroaching darkness. His arrival signaled the turning of the tide, the beginning of the end for Kali Yuga. Allies in the age of Kalivenu and Leela. Kalki's journey was not his alone. Along the way, he gathered allies, individuals who had resisted Kali's influence. Rishi Venu, a sage who had retreated to the Himalayas to safeguard ancient knowledge, sensed Kalki's arrival. He became Kalki's mentor, guiding him with wisdom gleaned from centuries of meditation and study. He taught Kalki to harness his inner strength, to tap into the divine power that flowed within him. Then there was Leela, a woman of unparalleled courage and skill. She had witnessed firsthand the devastation wrought by Kali's technology, how it had torn apart families and communities. She became Kalki's strategist and confidant, her knowledge of Kali's tactics proving invaluable in their fight. Together, they formed a formidable force, united in their purpose to restore Dharma to Bharat. The conflict between Kalki and Kali was not merely a physical battle. It was a clash of ideologies, a war for the very soul of Bharat. Their encounters were legendary. tales whispered with a mix of awe and terror. Kalki, astride his magnificent white horse, wielded a sword that blazed with divine energy. It cleaved through Kali's technological horrors, a symbol of the timeless power of truth and righteousness. But Kali was a cunning adversary. He unleashed waves of drones armed with deadly precision. He erected force fields powered by stolen ancient energy. He even attempted to sway Kalki to his side, promising him dominion over this new technologically advanced world. But Kalki refused to be tempted. He knew that true progress lay not in subjugating others, but in uplifting them, not in abandoning tradition, but in evolving with it. The final battle took place amidst the ruins of a once great city, a testament to Kali's reign of destruction. The air crackled with energy as Kalki and Kali faced off, their armies clashing around them. Leela's strategies countered Kali's technological superiority, while Rishi Venu's chants infused Kalki with divine strength. The fate of Bharat hung in the balance. As the battle raged, Kalki realized that Kali's true power lay not in his technology, but in the fear and despair he instilled in the hearts of men. So Kalki fought not just with his sword, but with his spirit, radiating compassion and hope. He called upon the people to remember who they were, to reclaim their heritage, to fight for their future. And slowly, the tide began to turn. The sight of Kalki, unyielding in his righteousness, rekindled the spirit of Bharat. People cast aside their fear and joined the fight. They tore down the symbols of Kali's reign, reclaiming their temples and traditions. Kali, sensing his grip slipping, unleashed his full might in a final desperate attack. But it was too late. Weakened by the reawakened spirit of the people and Kalki's unwavering resolve, Kali was vanquished. With Kali's defeat, the grip of darkness lifted. The air cleared, the skies shone a brilliant blue. Nature so long suppressed began to heal. The people, freed from their technological shackles, rediscovered the beauty of their heritage. Temples were rebuilt, ancient texts studied anew. A new era dawned, an era where technology served humanity, not enslaved it. Peace returned to Bharat, but a seed of unease remained. For Kalki knew that Kali, unlike the demons of old, could not be truly destroyed. He was an embodiment of an age, a manifestation of the darkness within humanity itself. And as long as greed, envy and hatred lingered in the hearts of men, the potential for Kali's return remained. Whispers began to circulate, tales of shadowy figures lurking at the edges of society, whispering temptations, promising power. Were these merely remnants of Kali's influence, or did they signify something more sinister? Only time would tell if Kalki's victory was absolute, or if the cycle of darkness and light was destined to repeat itself. The dawn of Ashva had arrived, but the shadow of Kali still loomed, a stark reminder of the eternal struggle between good and evil within the heart of humanity itself.